It all started with a simple family tradition. Each Halloween, my grandmother would take us out to the old cemetery on the edge of town. She'd tell us stories about the spirits that roamed among the tombstones, about the souls who had unfinished business, and the restless ones who whispered their secrets to those who dared to listen. I never took her tales seriously, of course. They were just stories designed to entertain wide-eyed children. But that all changed on one fateful night. The air was thick with fog as we arrived at the graveyard, the kind that clung to your skin and wrapped around your throat like a warning. My grandmother led the way, her lantern casting flickering shadows that danced like specters among the graves. She stopped before an unassuming headstone, its inscription worn and barely visible. "Here lies Eleanor, a daughter of the night," she whispered, her voice barely more than a breath. "They say she can still be heard calling for her mother, even after all these years." Curiosity piqued. I crept closer, straining to hear. Just then, a chill crept down my spine. It wasn't the cold autumn air, it was the sound soft and hollow, like a child sob caught in the wind. "Eleanor?" I called, almost mockingly, but the moment the name slipped from my lips, the air grew still, as if the cemetery itself held its breath. Then I saw it, a shadow flitting between the headstones, too fast for my mind to comprehend. My heart raced, each thump echoing in my ears as I dared to follow. The further I ventured into the graveyard, the more palpable the fear became. Whispers filled my mind, darkness engulfed my vision, and I trembled as I reached the edge of an old mausoleum, its doors slightly ajar. I stepped inside, the stale smell of decay wrapping around me like a shroud. And that's when I saw the sepulchre at the end of the room, adorned with wilted flowers. It felt wrong, like an invitation etched in shadows. My head spun, and just as I turned to leave, the whispers crescendoed into a cacophony, a chorus of anguished cries. "Help me, please." It was Eleanor's voice, clear as day, echoing in the hollow chamber. I couldn't move. My mind raced with dread as the weight of my ancestors' secrets pressed down on me. The temperature dropped unnaturally, and I could see my breath in the freezing darkness. What lingered within that mausoleum changed me forever. I returned to my family, but my grandmother's stories now felt like warnings masked in folklore. And that Halloween night, it was merely the beginning of something I would never fully understand. All I knew was the cemetery held its secrets tightly, and I had unwittingly become part of its chilling tale.